Fellas, know your rights. These women love to lie and tell us we have none. The following video may contain graphic content, video footage, or foul language unsuitable for an unmature audience. Please watch with caution.
Don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm probably doing something super stupid, acting real foolish. In love with the damn money and the game, like we was chilling on the streets and got shot up by Cupid. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Please don't ask me what I'm doing.
As a man, I feel like this is an obligation to other men. Bear with me because I won't take up much of your time. If you find yourself in a situation where you're battling a female in court for custody of your kids, I'm gonna give you 5 helpful tips to follow. Ladies, I'm guessing they work on dudes too if they really deserve this shit, but if they see this video, they have ammunition to come back. So this is really even in the playing field, so everyone enjoy. First off, try to negotiate with said party. The person you slept with and you negotiated having relations with, you should be able to negotiate basic shit like child management, daycare, school rides, food, quality time, like playing games with, taking to the park, all the basics. Now, when you try to negotiate for joint custody, you should be able to say you're taking the child to school, you're providing things in their spare time that you don't have to, improve that, but show proof that you told the other person that you tried your best with them to do this without having the courts involved. Next, be present. Like father's rights lawyers suggest become a helicopter parent by being there for the children in abundance in such ways as picking them up from school or daycare or a regular basis, attending all school or parent-teacher meetings, attending doctor's appointments, sports games, and so on. The idea is to make the people also involved in the child's life, teachers, caregivers, coaches, doctors, aware that the father is around and involved. Okay, people, if you follow us on my Facebook, then you already know I'll be at my child's talent shows. I pick them up from school when they don't take my license. I have ample proof that not only do I send their mother money through Cash App for stuff that she was supposed to provide, I also can prove that I have, I spend quality time with them. Like, I've taken them fishing and, not just fishing, shrimping. We spend time, like doing weird stuff. We once spent a night in the car watching, serial killers who kill people at the boat docks and try to freak them out and, mess with them, but calm them down at the same time, get them used to the concept of protect yourself, prevent being in situations that are out of your control, away from help. But it was private property, and a friend of mine owns that boat dock, so it was never any danger. This was all pre-orchestrated. But, things like that go a long way. And it also shows your children, like you have daughters. Don't walk down a boat dock by your damn self at night. There could be a crazy chick in the woods, a crazy dude in the woods. Fuck it. There could be a rabid basehead zombie coming out of the woods. You don't know. But if you're not physically strong enough or prepared or savage enough to put your life in this situation and you don't want to die for it, don't do it. This is part of rearing your children. Showing them what you can eat out of nature and how you can fish and hunt is teaching them Like, what happens if the government fails and you have to survive on your own? Like, you have to have your children prepared for this stuff. And the government should, respect the father who tries to do this. Use earning power. Fellas, bear with me. Men as a group have a higher earning power than women in the current economy, and fathers can use this to their advantage when trying to win custody of their children. Fathers should make sure it is clear that the courts do know that their incomes are higher than the mothers, and they can provide better resources for the children. While flexing a financial arm may not feel good, it will definitely make a stronger case. 7th grade dropout, college graduate with honors. Section A, or house that the father owns. Said house would be willed to said child if something happens to said father. Section A will kick you out on the street if something happens to said mother. But the house is for the child. But the child will go to the orphanage. Think about how our government works. The house is for the child. But if the mother dies and there's no father, the child goes to the orphanage. But the apartment was for the child, and the government provided it for a woman because she had children. Think on this. 100% of the time, the government does not want the woman to be with the man. That's why they make it harder for them to get apartments if there's a couple. There's a lot going on that women aren't even, reading into. Shit gets deep. But this shit pollutes our children. They don't need to be learning this shit. 4, get good references. In addition to establishing financial stability, fathers will also want to establish that they are good parents through the eyes of others. Fathers should ask their friends, family members, and coworkers to write affidavits about them explaining that their personality and expressing what a great parent they are if the father is a good parent. There's no paying people off on that one. If you pay someone to say you're a good father, and that person writes on an affidavit that you're a good father, and then later on, the courts come back and find out that you doing something fucked up, you do realize that those people who write the affidavits are going to jail for perjury to the court. It's not a question of are they, it's when are they. It could be 5, 10 years down the line. They will come get your ass and you're going to do your 30 days. Perjury is perjury. And that's if it's not a longer sentence than that. I'll have to look it up, so that's not a fact. Next. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go next, let's just establish this. My references would go from the people who own all the pro clips and supercuts in Jacksonville, Florida, 16 locations. I have 2 principals of 2 schools that I work for and do services. They would proudly sign off. I have 10 real estate companies with people with very, very, very highly known names in the state of Florida on the Forbes list who will write off for me because I'm their electrician. They do not charge them an arm and a leg because they're rich. Charge them same much I would charge any other person. I do not treat anyone different. I'm into Buddhism. Yes, I have a foul potty mouth. I am on the central path, but I have my own way about this because I am an entertainer. So judge me if you want, but I have no cares. If you're not the moon, the sun, and the planet Earth, nothing you say bothers me. I don't care. You know what? I'll argue with you online because it might get me some views, but it doesn't go anywhere past that. You will not alter my day. I might alter yours, but you will not alter mine. My body mass index is perfect. I don't care what the face is that I was born with, obviously. I'm marking it all kinds of up, putting holes in it and shit, throwing gold on it. I don't care. What you think of me. Only thing I care about is this. Take this message and run with it. You need it. the last thing to keep in mind is the child's best interest. And then, you know, not to be funny, but most people don't understand the concept of what this means. It's everything combined. Putting it in a proper order to be able to explain to a person how they would be dead wrong for leaving this child in a deplorable situation in a household that's broken. Like, think about it. It's easy for a child to get hurt in a house with no rules. If a father's strict and the children follow their rules better, they're less likely to get hurt. They're less likely to do anything crazy and dramatic. Women do not have this power over children like men do. But I would kind of like the system to kind of stay the way it is, but make it easier for men to get through this with cheaper ways of doing it that doesn't hurt them time or financially, because the way child support is set up, it shouldn't be a choice of going to jail to try to get to your children because you're missing work and missing time. If this is the case, y'all gonna have to open up the courthouse on Saturdays and give fathers an equal chance. We have to work. I ain't never heard nobody call a woman without a job a deadbeat. I have never not heard a woman call a man with children who don't have a job a deadbeat. Equal rights mean equal rights. So best interest means put it in the right order. She has no income. She lives in Section A. She cannot provide for this child. She has multiple baby daddies. So this child is exposed to other men who you have no idea who they are and what they're capable of. You have all of these different things running through your mind all day. And you, being a father who hasn't made children all over the fucking place, don't feel like it's right. Even if I expose my children to other women, it's probably less likely that a woman's going to molest a child. I could be wrong with my numbers because I have been looking online, and this is not an unfathomable thought. Fathomable. If you know how to say the word correctly, leave it in the comments below, because I know what it means and I can't say it right. Is these goals. But back to the fucking point. If you put it in the right order, the judge is gonna listen to it. They're gonna comprehend it, and everybody in the room is gonna understand what's going on. Said woman would probably take this information she's hearing and prove the point, and you don't have to say nothing else. Don't shame her. Don't do anything. Just do these 5 things and ease back without having to fully shame the woman. Just say basic stuff that her paperwork shows, because this is all on her case. Whether she know it or not, all of those things are considered the soup kitchen line by government standards. The government, no matter what, has to put that child in the situation that's least likely to cost the government money. Just remember that. Brought to you by KC1. I don't know sign language, so I'm just throwing my hand up to play it off. But KC1 brought this to you. M2B Records. Like, subscribe, add, follow, and what? Remember, the message is, these bitches want our money, they want our time, but all the bitch gon' get from me's a little bump and grind. Please, watch with caution.
Don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm probably doing something super stupid, acting real foolish, in love with the damn money in the game. Like we was chillin' on the streets and got shot up by Cupid. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Don't ask me what I'm